Willie from Cincinnati, Ohio. What teams do you think will have the biggest difference in win total compared to FanDuel's win total? So basically, Willie's asking me, do you have any preseason leans on over-under win totals? Yes, I do, and it's not all sunshine and rainbows here. I think Arkansas would go under 5.5, Willie, if I had to bet this right now. Arkansas, you see 5.5, and you looked at ESPN's FPI had Arkansas ranked. You think, well, if they're the number 22 team in the country, certainly they're going to win more than 5.5 games. Well, I don't have them number 22, and I don't expect them, as of now, to win more than 5.5 games. I've got them with the number 3 strength of schedule in the country. My own metrics, have them playing the 3rd hardest schedule in the country. And look, here's how I think about Arkansas. A lot of unknown on that team. Outside of Taylon Green, where's the big upgrade? Just like position units, sides of the ball. Where's the big upgrade? They play, this is kind of in order, they play Ole Miss, Notre Dame, Tennessee, A&M, Auburn, LSU, Texas, Missouri. They go to Memphis in out-of-conference play. 6 wins is extremely hard with that schedule. And if they don't get off to a really strong start, there's already uncertainty around Pittman and that coaching staff. I think under would be the play if I had to make a move on Arkansas. Exact opposite with Georgia Tech. Folks are missing the mark with Georgia Tech. I've already bet this, by the way, so you guys can have at it. Pound that over for all I care. Georgia Tech over 7.5 is already a bet I've put in. Multi-year starter at quarterback, top 20 returning production. And returning production is not always the end-all, be-all. They are returning a lot of guys from already a group I believe in, a team I believe in. Overall identity is trending way up. You know what Brent Key is, and you see it bleeding through the identity and fingerprint of that team. They got Clemson at home in week 3. They got Georgia at home to end the season. Even if they lose both those games, I still think they'll go over 7.5 because I think they may be favored in every other game. I'm not so sure they're just going to lose both of those games either. So I think they're an ACC title contender. I'm very high on Georgia Tech, so I think absolutely they go over 7.5. Hey, quick timeout. Check and see if you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. If you're not, I humbly ask that you click subscribe. It's free. It doesn't sign you up for anything. What it does is it helps us keep this show free so we can just do college football year-round. All right, back to the clip. Wisconsin, not high on them. Wisconsin, I would go under 5.5. I have not bet this right now. I have not bet it yet. But if I had to, forced one way or the other, I'd go under. I've got them with the number 1 strength of schedule in the Big Ten. In fact, it's the only Big Ten team off the top of my head that we have with a top 10 overall strength of schedule. So they've got, just look at the lineup. If you're listening on podcast, starting the first Saturday in October, they go to Michigan, Iowa, Ohio State, at Oregon, Washington, at Indiana, Illinois, at Minnesota. I wouldn't pick them to win any of those games, and they go to Alabama in out-of-conference play. So even if they don't slip up elsewhere in out-of-conference play, I don't know where they find 6. I do not know where they find 6 wins. They're counting on Billy Edwards, the transfer at quarterback this year. I don't know what the identity of the team is. At this point, I don't know that Wisconsin fans know that, so I'm going under 5.5. Oklahoma, their total 6.5 right now. I've got Oklahoma as a top 10 team in the preseason. Certainly I'm going over 6.5. They're coming off a 6-7 season. They've got an extremely tough strength of schedule. This is an odds maker actually saying they halfway respect Oklahoma. But if you're coming off a 6-7 year and we think you're playing one of the 5 or 6 toughest schedules in the country, over-under win total of 6.5 is very respectable. But I don't think the market's corrected enough on the OCQB addition there. And understanding that outside of that disastrous dynamic last year, they were a good team. It's just that if you're a good team, but your quarterback and offensive coordinator combination sucks, you're not a good team. So Oklahoma, they play Illinois State and then Michigan in week 2, and then Temple. They got Kent State. They should be 4-0 in out-of-conference play. I firmly believe they should win every one of their out-of-conference games. If they do that, I need 3 wins in conference play, and I think they'll get it. So I am going over 6.5 on the OU win total. Ironically, OU is also the acronym for over-under.